Driver than me.
Alright guys, so it's Christmas Eve. I thought I'd come out and do a little bit. Now, it's extremely early for my normal shifts. It's approaching 1 PM. I'll stick me starter there. Now, generally, Christmas Eve, like I said in my video, it's normally a standard weekday, but it's a little bit busier. So I'm hoping I'm going to catch a few surge clouds here and there. I'm not expecting anything too dramatic, but only time will tell. Now, a lot of you may have seen that in your inbox, you've had your tax notification from Uber. So if you signed up to Uber in 2024, they're going to be submitting your earnings to HMRC. If you'd signed up before 2024, they're not going to submit your earnings till 26. So that's how it's working. At any point, you can go in and fill out your tax details ready anyway. So just thought I'd give you the heads up on that. Right, let's see how today goes. 2 o'clock and first hour is up. I just scraped by the 20 quid, and that was on the last job that I just dropped off. Absolutely heaving with traffic everywhere. You know when you come out and you regret coming out? That's starting to sink in about now. You know when you get people in shopping centres, you know, like Asda and that, and they have a chat in the middle of the aisle and you're like, move as you're coming through. I've literally just had the same thing, but with cars. As I'm driving along, the car in front all of a sudden started slowing down, and the car in the other lane started slowing down, and they started having a chat through the window. I gave them about 5 seconds before I was honking me on. Ridiculous. It's busy enough without them stopping in the middle of the road and having a chat. 3 o'clock now, and I'm only on 40 quid. I am scraping by. I'm saying no to absolutely loads of jobs. My acceptance rate is now down to 7%. Just had a woman in the car with girls, 2 young girls. I say young, they were about 20. That's young to me. And they were telling me about the Christmas dinner they were going to have. And now it's all frozen stuff, frozen potatoes, and they do it all in the air fryer. I was like, that is not a Christmas dinner. Anyway, let's see what the next hour does. I just had to tell you that because I was so disgusted. Not even making Yorkshire puddings. 4 o'clock now, and I'm on 62 quid. So this hour's been pretty much the same as the other 2 hours when it comes to fares, filtering out all the crap that you're getting offered, and trying to find the ones that are worthwhile doing in between that. But it is pretty much what I said it would be, like at the beginning of the video. I said it would be kind of slow, kind of like a regular day, so a regular Tuesday, just a little bit busier, and that's what it seems to be. It's not the end of the world. Well, it's 5 o'clock, and I've had an awful hour, a really bad hour. I'm only on 78 quid, I think it is. Yeah, I'll stick it there. So it's the traffic. It's mainly the traffic's fault. I got to one particular job that took me ages to get to because of the traffic, and then they cancelled. But they didn't cancel. I had to wait for the timer to time out before cancelling it. So that was like 15 minutes in the bin for £3.50 or whatever it was to give me. And another weird thing that just happened is, you remember Scouser with a drone, right? He's done a verses with me in the past. I was by where he lives, and I messaged him and I went, nothing happening round here, mate, and give him a screenshot. And then he screenshotted me back. I knew he wasn't going to work till about 6 PM. And he screenshotted me back and he went, it looks all right to me. And it was showing loads of surge on his phone. And I was like, mate, none of them surges are on my phone at all. That is not existent. So then he sent me another message back going, oh, Uber's trying to entice me to go out, look, with this fake surging. But how crazy is that both phones were showing, one was showing with a surge, and the other one, there wasn't a single surge anywhere. So after I'd finished a job, I then double checked his area and there was still no surge there. I've never known anything like that before. Anyway, it's 5 o'clock. I'm going to go for a quick break, quick coffee, and I'll let you know in the next video what time I ended up coming back out. Well, it's 6:30 now, so what you're seeing on the screen is 5:30 when I come back out. It's the same as what the clip was you've just watched, and then an hour after, and I'm so glad I come back out. I wasn't going to be honest. I was tempted to stay in, but I decided, you know, let's go back out, see what happens. And in that last hour, absolutely smashed it. And also a £10 cash tip on top of that. So what's that? About 30 odd quid in the last, 33 quid or something in the last hour. I hope it stays like that, but there is some ridiculous jobs getting offered. I've never seen so many £3.75 jobs. The worst part is as they're popping up, you're seeing people taking them. You know where it says match to another driver? Speaking about that, I had a strange one before. I had a load of trip radars pop up. So I'm sifting through them. And eventually I spotted one that I wanted to do. So I clicked it. And it popped up on the screen. And then went off. And it was just the online screen. And I was waiting. And nothing come up. So then I pressed go offline. And it said you can't go offline while you have an active job. But there was no active job there. So I had to go into my Android settings. So I backed out, went into my Android, force stopped the Uber app because it wouldn't let me close it, saying I was on an active job, active trip. Force stop it, clear the cache, go back in. When I went back in, it then showed me that I'd won that job on the bid and give me the destination. I've never had anything like that before. Good job I realised you could, you know, force stop it and then clear the cache and then go back in. It's 7:30 and I'm on 125, so it's ticking along. I've only did 3 jobs in the last hour though, unfortunately, because it has been offering me them, but they were jobs that I didn't want to do. So that's all I'm on. I don't know how the rest of the shift is going to go because we're approaching that 8 o'clock really quiet time, aren't we? But with it being Christmas Eve, that might be different than a regular day. And we've also got the trains stopping as well. So it's hard to say what's going to happen. Don't forget, I've got that tenner cash as well, so really I'm on 135. Right, it's 9 o'clock now. I know, it's been an hour and a half. I am on 152, I think it is. I'll stick it here. And I've also had another £5 cash tip. So 15 quid in total in cash tips. So that's not too bad going. During that last hour, I got a surge job, which was strange. So I accepted the surge, as you would. And then she added another stop. And it come up saying customers changed. So I messaged them making sure where it was going first. Because we've got that thing going on here in Liverpool where people are changing the destination once the driver's accepted, or adding another destination because a lot of drivers won't do the multiple trips. So she changed the job. I messaged her saying where's it going. It was still the same area just down the road, so I carried on with it and done it. But I'll stick it here. So that was that surge you got. It was exactly how I predicted the shift to be. Better than a busy work day. Even in the video that I made about shifts to do over the Christmas, I said it would be like this. It would be like a standard work day, just a little bit busier. And it was. I've noticed on Facebook, a lot of people have been moaning about the percentages that Uber takes from them. I've seen so many posts all over the place. 30%, 35%, things like that. I was even in a TikTok live the other day, and people were moaning in there. Uber's took 32% off me, right? If they're taking big amounts from you each week, you know, the percentage, if the percentage is big each week, then that means you're doing the donkey jobs. You're doing the jobs that are £1 a mile for the driver, but they're charging the customer a fortune. So let that sink in a minute. If you're looking at your percentages and they're big, then that's what's going on. Uber only ever takes 20% or below from me. Never add my percentage, 30 odd %, because I won't do them donkey jobs. A lot of today has been sitting here saying no to jobs, and I've only did jobs that have been worth it, in my opinion, for me, especially time wise. So you need to think about that when you're moaning. I know it's not yours all, obviously, and some of you already get that, but the more they take, that's the more donkey jobs you're doing, the bigger space you're allowing them to take off you. Anyway, let's do the roundup. So we've got today's hours, today's earnings, plus the 15 quid is in there as well, the cash tip, and by the hour. So that's what I've did on Christmas Eve. Oh, one thing I will mention as well is I've set up the membership on the YouTube page now. Now, you know, it's not an expensive amount. It's just to show support for the channel. I've never been in this for any type of money or fame or any of that. The whole reason I started the channel in February was just to get some correct information out there, because there was so much misinformation going around. So it's all that is. It's £1 I've set it to. It's the lowest I could set it to. If I could set it to 50p, I would have. All it is just to show support to the channel. That's it. If you've enjoyed it, give us a like, give us a sub. Catch you in the next one.